Today we're going to look at histograms, and they're very important, these histograms, because they're used to represent continuous data. So remember, what are we talking about here? We're talking about numbers where every number is allowed. Okay, so if you're talking about discrete numerical data, you can use a bar chart. If you're talking about categorical data, you can use a bar chart. But if you're talking about continuous numerical data, you use a histogram. Okay, now it looks like a bar chart, but there's no spaces in it. Now, some of you may have been told in primary school that you didn't need to leave spaces in your bar charts, but in secondary school you do. So if there are spaces, it's a bar chart. If there are no spaces, it is a histogram. So what I want you to notice here is that we always start at 0 and then go up. So starting from 0, this goes up, and see the way they're evenly spaced, the same space between the numbers the whole way up. Then every 10 minutes we have a different bar. Now notice that that's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and they're all the same width. Very important that they're all the same width. So let's look at the question. And the question says, the supermarket opens at 8 o'clock. The histogram shows the distribution of times the employees arrive for work on a particular day. So what is this telling me? Looking at this histogram, it's telling me that 3 people arrived between 7:20 and 7:30. 4 people arrived between 7:30 and 7:40. 8 people arrived between 7:40 and 7:50. 5 people arrived between 7:50 and 8. 2 people arrived between 8 and 10 past 8, and 1 person arrived between 10 past 8 and 8:20. Okay, now if it's exactly 7:30, it's in the second bar. If it's 7:29, it's in the first bar. The second bar goes from 7:30 to 7:39, and the next bar starts at 7:40 to 7:49, then at 7:50 to 7:59, then 8 to 8:09, and then 8:10 to 8:19. Okay. So how many employees arrived before 7:30? Well, that's easy enough. Before 7:30 there were 3 employees. How many employees arrived at or after 7:30 but before 8? So that means the people here and here and here. So that's 4 and 8 is 12, 12 and 5 is 17. Then the next one's how many employees arrived for work on this particular morning. So we add them all up, and we have 3 plus 4 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1, so that's 23. And then what fraction of the employees arrived no sooner than 8? So no sooner than 8, that means after 8. Well, how many arrived after 8? Well, that was 2 and 1 is 3. So that's 3 over 23. Let's look at the second example. Okay. Now, the following frequency table shows the time in minutes spent by a group of people in the museum and represent this data on a histogram. So, times go from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. So these are going to be on the bottom. And then the numbers are going to be going up. So along our bottom axis, starting at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, can anyone tell me what the mistake is in this histogram? Because this is a very bad mistake. That 10 should be here. The 20 should be here. The 30 should be here. The 40 should be here. And the 50 should be here. They are placed in completely the wrong place on this histogram. And actually, there you go. This is the correct histogram. See the way the 10 is there? the 20, the 30, the 40, and the 50. So the number of people who spent between 0 and 10 minutes was one person. So we go from 0 to 10, up to 1, and we draw our box. The next one is from 10 to 20, there were 4 people. So we go from 10 to 20, go up to 4, and we draw our box the whole way along. Then from 20 to 30, there were 8 people. So we go from 20 to 30 and up as far as 8, and we draw a nice box. We're using a ruler and pencils here for drawing these. Okay, and then we look at the number for 30 to 40 minutes and 40 to 50 minutes. And once you have that done, you can go ahead and do exercise 13.5. Don't forget, anyone who has any difficulties has to send me a message.